is up, guys? I don't know what's happening today, but what is up, guys? And welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring Show. If you do not know who I am, then that means you're not subscribed. And if you are not subscribed, you're going to be missing so many great episodes, so just hit the subscribe button. It is sitting right there. But I just got to say before we get into today's episode, I am super excited for this week. We have so many great upcoming stars and stars in the making. But let's give a warm welcome to Logie P.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me on.
Of course, you opened so many doors for me. So many of the Battlefield stars are now like, hey, let me get on. I'm like, hell yeah. So thank you for that.
Of course, we got some good talent down there, you know?
Definitely. So we're just going to hop right into it with who or what got you into wrestling.
So originally, I was always into it. I watched a lot of my dad, but a lot back in the 2010s with like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Zack Ryder, guys like that got me into it. And ever since, I was hooked.
No, yeah, definitely. So with that being said, if people don't know, who trains you or who trained you?
So I am trained by Onwahi Jr. of the Samoan Dynasty. You know, we train up in Battlefield, up in Broadhillsville. So we have great coaches there. Also coaches Sam Adams, Luca Brasi, other great coaches. So just being able to learn from the Samoan Dynasty, being able to learn from vets of the business, it's been incredible.
Oh, yeah. And you just recently kind of debuted. So how long have you been training
prior to? I did recently debut.
So how long?
It was 6 months when I trained. So I debuted after 4. I had 2 matches since I debuted.
Okay, it's not bad. I just seen you the past Sunday. You got your ass kicked, but it's okay.
A little bit.
So if people don't know, are you a heel or are you a face?
Oh, I'm in super baby face. Come on, how can you not love me?
I was going to say, I mean, it definitely depends on the face. Like, you could tell if someone's a heel or someone's a face. And there's no way I could ever see you as a heel.
Oh, yeah.
No way. So what would you say is your favorite thing about wrestling?
Since I've gotten into it, just the locker room. I mean, it's such a great group of guys down at the battlefield, being able to just learn, soak up all this knowledge. Just, it's like a brotherhood up there. It's fantastic.
No, definitely. So we have Sam in the chat. She goes, hey, Logie.
What's up, Sam?
So, you said your favorite part. So, with that being said, what would you say is the hardest part about wrestling for you?
The hardest part, I'd say it's mental. Trying to get over those blocks and get over those humps of working your way up to getting matches. And once you're in matches, how to run, control the crowd, how to just be yourself, you know?
Stuff in that ring. No, I thought you were gonna say the moves, but you do great moves. It's just whenever you get smacked up, you can tell you just got smacked up.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't take long.
No.
So, if a younger fan came up to you and was like, "I want to do exactly what you're doing," what advice would you give them?
I mean, I'd tell them no age is too young to start. I mean, we have kids that are 14 years old learn how to train and become pro wrestlers from 14 up to 45. So anyone that wants to join or wants to learn how to wrestle, definitely contact the battlefield. I mean, our doors are open. It's a fantastic camp.
No, definitely. And there's so many great students, obviously, in the battlefield. Do you have your eyes on any specifically that you want to face?
I want to face. Ooh, a tough question. I obviously want to face the champ, Sam Adams. Of course, want to get that title, but I got a few. Terry Adonis. I mean, I know you're having him on the show. Me and him started around the same time, so it'd be cool to face him. JJ Smith. I don't know. Something about the nerd just bugs me. I don't really like it, but
yeah,
those are 3 guys I'd really like to face in the ring.
No, yeah, I think you would work great with them, especially the nerd, because let me tell you, that weekend that we were just at the Battlefield show, we were pulling out, and this nerd just he has the glasses, and he walked right in front of the car. I'm like, watch it, nerd, you better get hit by a car.
He's not too street smart.
No, he's definitely kind of hopefully book smart, but not street smart.
Kind of.
So I usually ask, out of all the venues you've wrestled in, but you've only wrestled in Battlefield, right?
Yes.
So do you have a place that you wish to wrestle in at some point in your career?
Eventually, I want to wrestle in the 23rd Arena, which is in Philadelphia, where ECW was filmed.
Okay.
That's one of my goals.
Okay. And so, like I said, it's still fairly new, but at some point in your career, if AEW and WWE called, which one would you choose?
I mean, I wouldn't really be in a position to choose. Anyone that offers, I'd be more than happy to go wrestle for that big bucks.
So just the money, like there's no story behind it.
I mean, I'd be happy to work for either one. There's tons of guys that I looked up to and watched as a kid in both locker rooms, and it'd be fun to work for either.
Okay. And so after you had your first legitimate match, what was going through your mind?
I mean, it was a lot of emotions. It was very like emotional day. You never thought that as a kid watching wrestling one day you would become a wrestler. Seeing everyone in the back like congratulating on the match, getting to see it back, seeing tons of my people were there. It was incredible. I couldn't really explain it.
No, definitely. So is there anything like you do specifically before you come out of the curtain?
I just take a few minutes, just get in that headspace, find yourself, get in that zone of I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna tear the house down and just go out there and do your thing.
No, definitely. Okay. So how do you feel about like intergender wrestling? Is it something you'd be interested in, or you're like, it has its spot?
It definitely has its spots. I don't know how often I would do it, but we do have some female trainees in the battlefield. So if they ever want to mix it up, I'm sure Afa would book it if there was reason for it.
Yeah.
They can go with the best of them.
Yeah. Then you get your ass beat by another female, and it just. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, they can go.
Yep, it'll just work. So how would you feel about like hardcore death style, like weapons, excessive Vinny type match?
Now, I mean, we have done a lot of extreme matches in Battlefield. If you haven't seen those, but some great stuff, some great extreme wrestlers. I would say, I mean, I'm not saying no to anything. It's definitely not my forte, but I'd do it at least once if it needed to get to that point. I mean, you saw Sunday. I got a little extreme, but I didn't get to dish much of it out.
No, yeah. So obviously, I may be wrong here, but weren't you a ref at one point too?
I was. A lot of us in Battlefield actually start as referees, just because you can see in the ring. You're the third part of that match where you get to see what the other two wrestlers in that ring are doing and how they're contributing to the match and seeing how they're pulling off the moves and what they're doing to sort of pace themselves. So it's a good learning experience.
No, yeah. So like if it ever came to a point of like you can't wrestle anymore, would you transfer back into being a ref or a manager or something along those lines?
I could definitely see that. Yeah, like being a manager or referee or commentary, anything along those lines, just a way to stay in the business. It's been an absolutely amazing experience so far.
No, definitely. So what would you say like motivates you to continue wrestling?
Ultimately those goals of WWE, AEW, as you said, just even in Battlefield, looking up, we have a world championship coming in a few months. That's a big goal of mine, to be able to get that title, the Futures title. Just also being able to like have this moment, you start seeing fans, all the support that you have. It's just fun to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. So out of all the wrestlers in the world, alive or dead, if you could have a match with any of them, which one would you have a match with?
So I've actually shared a locker room with my dream match, and it's Matt Cardona. I was always a huge fan of his growing up. Getting to see him in my locker, like in Battlefield, and the matches he put on with Casey Navarro was incredible. Seeing Casey as a kid who started out as a fan of Matt Cardona, to be able to work those matches and beat him, I mean, it was pretty eye opening.
No, yeah. So, do you have any upcoming shows you'll be at? Getting your ass kicked at?
So I'm not wrestling on the show, but this Sunday, Battlefield has a huge pay-per-view out of time. I mean, Gene Snitsky's going to be there. Afa is going to be there. We got Jordan Oliver, Encore Moore, Sam Adams, Casey Navarro, D. Brian Kendricks is going to be there. All sorts of big names. But my next show, hopefully, will be September 10th. We're looking to get some retribution for last show.
Okay. And so, do you feel that a storyline is a must in wrestling, or do you prefer just those random matches?
So I prefer like a storyline. I mean, that's the whole point of wrestling, is to build a story and show off both of your characters and, have a reason for fighting.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Steve-O definitely have a pretty big storyline going on right now.
Yeah. So how did how did that become a thing? How did you and him get some beef?
It all started off that first match, and he's going out there, he's yelling, he's calling out like my parents in the crowd, and of course I didn't really take that too well, so I decided to call out his brother. Then, as you know, brother then came into the match, whooped my ass with a kendo stick, and then just left. So
yeah, kind of what just happened again at the last show.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna have to take them out one by one. Start with the big bro, work my way down.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should work the other way, but hey, who am I to tell you? So, obviously, merch is a big thing in wrestling. Do you plan on having merch, or like, what's your thoughts on that?
I do actually have some merch coming out very soon. So when that comes out, I'll have it on all of my socials. I'll have that posted. Hopefully, you're gonna have some more releases coming soon, but it's in the works.
Okay, so I think what we gotta do is have you on again when you get more matches and more opportunities to see how you've progressed, because you're not a talker. I can tell you that at the shows, he's not a talker. So if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you at?
So on Instagram, I'm at Logie, LOGIE _P. Then on Facebook, it's just Logan Binstead. You can find me there. See all my match highlights, see the pictures. I'll be posting merch, all sorts of fun stuff.
Alrighty. Well, there you go, guys. And an easier way of doing that is just click the link down below, because I'm sure if you click that link, it'll take you to everything. And then you could go to the battlefield. You could go to all the shows. So just go out and support. But thank you for coming on.
Of course, thank you for having me on.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Of course, you too. I'll see you later.
Bye.